Hey guys, we're the How To Dudes, and today we're going to show you how to download Windows 10 on Oracle Virtual Machine. This is really helpful for if you want to try something and you think it might mess up your computer or break your computer. We are trying out new editing software today, so we hope you really like it. Now let's jump into the video. So the first thing you need to do is download Oracle Virtual Machine. And the setup is really easy. And once you do this, let's jump into the next part. So now we need to download the ISO file for Windows 10. So what you are going to do, first of all, is click download Windows 10. And we will guide you through the whole process of what you need to do and how you need to put the file into the virtual machine. But right now, you're just going to download it into your computer. So to start, you're going to click download tool now. And then a box is going to show up that's going to ask you to allow this app to make changes, and you're going to click yes. So now you can X out of everything, and now Windows will be downloading, and you're going to download the ISO file into your computer. So while it's loading, I just want to talk about Oracle VirtualBox. VirtualBox is really good, and I know I was calling it Virtual Machine. Virtual Machine is just the thing before, but the actual thing you run it on is VirtualBox. And VirtualBox is really good. It's a free app from Oracle, and you can use it. And it helps you a lot, and you can preview anything from Windows, the oldest Windows like Windows 98 and all that, to the newest like Windows 10. Before we move on, we wanted to remind you that if you liked the video, please remember to leave a like. And show us some support by subscribing. And comment down below what our next video should be about. Thanks, and now let's get back into the video. So now once it loads, it just gives you some terms, and of course you're going to click agree. And then you're going to click create installation media. And once you do this, it is going to load, and let's move on to the next step. So now it's just going to ask you for some personalization, like your language and other things. And you're just going to pick what you have, and it's usually going to go with manufacturer settings. And it's going to also ask you for your bit. I would recommend 64-bit, but you can also do 32-bit. Be really careful here. Do not click USB file. You need to make sure you change it to an ISO file. This is very important, or you will mess up your whole procedure. And then it will open your files, and this is where we move on to the next step. So the next thing you need to do is install this to your desktop. I already have it installed, so now let's move on to the next step. Now I'll say it needs to get a few things ready, and it will load for a little bit. And while this is loading, we just want to remind you to please subscribe. It would help out a ton. Let's get to 100 subscribers as fast as we can. So now a file will start downloading, and once this file fully downloads, you will move on to the next step. I will skip forward and meet you at that part. So now you're going to want to open VirtualBox, and once you open this, we're going to change some settings, and this is where you're going to want to put your ISO file. So now you're going to make a new virtual machine to run the Windows 10. So now in the versions box, you're going to change it to Windows 10. And then you can choose whatever you want to name it. Once you name it, then you're going to click next. And I'm going to name mine Win 10, which defines Windows 10. So now it's going to ask you for your memory size. And I recommend somewhere around 4300, which is 4300. I think that's a really good spot. It's not too high and it's not too low. So now you're going to click create virtual hard disk drive now, and then you're going to choose VDI, and then you're going to click dynamically allocated, and then I'm doing 50 GBs, but recommended size is somewhere around 25 GBs. It will now create it, and now we're going to change some settings. Then you're going to click on settings, and then general, and then advanced. And then you're going to pick bidirectional for both drop-down menus. So then you're going to go into the next settings, and then you're going to click on processor, and you're going to change the CPU settings to 2. And once you do this, then you're going to check mark the first box at the bottom. So then you're going to go to display and then screen, and then the box at the bottom you're going to check mark enable 3D acceleration. Then you're going to go to storage and click on empty, and then you're going to click on the blue disk and choose open a disk file. Now you need to select the ISO file that we downloaded earlier and click OK. So this is where we're just going to check over all of our information. Since we've already went through everything, you don't really need to check anything. We're just checking because we just want to make sure we did everything right. And now you're going to click start. So now you're going to select Windows ISO file from the drop-down box and then click start. So from here, it is just going to load, and then once it loads, you're going to get a Oracle virtual machine startup, and this is where we're going to move on. So now it's just going to load, and in some spots when it load, we left the audio off, and it might seem like we got muted or something, but we didn't. So that is not a problem on your side. And now once it starts, let's move on. So now you're going to pick your personalized settings. And once you do this, like language, time, and stuff, then you're going to click install now. And then it's going to start the install. And while we do this, just hang on. So now it's going to ask you for a product key. At the bottom, click I don't have a product key, and it will skip this process. And here's the fun part. You can choose whatever edition you want, and we're just going to choose one, whichever we want, and you can choose any of them. You can see how they work. So after you choose, you're going to get some terms of agreement, and you're going to click accept. And then you're going to just want to click the second box and just Windows only. And then you're going to click the first one that says Drives O. So now you click new and then apply. And then you just do the Drive 0 partition. And then you click next. And this is where it's going to load the windows. And now let's skip ahead in the video. If you see this screen, congratulations. You have finished the download of Windows 10 on VirtualBox. We hope you liked this video, and please remember to subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.